What's up, YouTube, and Happy New Year's! Now, of course, we are in a new year and a new month with lots of interesting movies that will be released in January. Now, January usually could be the dumping ground of films, so majority of these movies could easily stink. But sometimes there could always be gems around January, like Megan got released last January. I Love Ride Along that got released on January. So there has been some really decent January releases. So here are my official top 10 anticipated films coming out in the month of January. All right. Number 10, I'm going with a film called Miller's Girl. Now, this stars Jenna Ortega and Martin Freeman. That there piques my interest a little bit. And it's about the film stars Jenna Ortega and Martin Freeman as you of course have Jenna Ortega as Cario and Martin Freeman as Jonathan, a student and teacher who enters a dark relationship after a creative writing assignment. This is produced by Seth Rogen, and the trailer actually looked really interesting. Definitely feels like movies such as remember that Alicia Silverstone, Carrie Ellis film, The Crush from '93. '93 definitely feels a little bit though like that in a weird way. Always like Martin Freeman, whether you talk about him on Sherlock. Obviously, he's been in the MCU like Black Panther. Uh, Most notably, he is more best known for playing Bilbo Baggins in the Hobbit film. So it's always cool seeing him pop up. Jenna Ortega is very hot right now, so it could be interesting to check out. All right, number 9, I'm going with Founders Day. Now, of course, this saw the trailer when it dropped during It's a Wonderful Knife horror film. Now, here's what the film's about. It is a political slasher. A series of murders rock a small town just days before a heated mayoral election. An accusation, as accusations fly, and the dread of a mass killer darkens every corner. Residents must race against time to uncover the truth. Now, the trailer for this has actually looked really cool. I like them. I really love the costume they got on this guy. Definitely has like a founder's father costume. That could be cool to see. Perfect timing for this to come out in the midst of an election. Would have made more sense for this to come out literally on election day, to be honest. I think that would have been more a little missed opportunity there, but maybe it could be an interesting horror film nonetheless. So we'll see. 8, this comes out this week, and that is Night Swim. Now, Night Swim is a supernatural horror thriller written and directed by Bryce McGuire, and it's about a family whose backyard swimming pool is haunted. You do got Wyatt Russell, Carrie Condis in this. Got some interesting cast members. The trailers, I admit, the trailer has looked really cool. Looks very creepy. I love, a creepy swimming pool. That piques my interest, so could be interesting to check out. Number 7, I'm going with ISS. Now, this stars Ariana DeBose from The Prom, Wish fame, West Side Story, and it is a sci-fi film from the director of Blackfish and Our Friend. And the film centers on a group of astronauts and cosmonauts living around the International Space Station. Tensions flare as a worldwide conflict breaks out on Earth. Reeling from this, the astronauts receive orders from the ground take control of the station by any means necessary. And the trailer for this has looked really interesting to check out. I like Ariana DeBose. I think she's a really cool actress. You also got John Gallagher Jr. in this, Chris Messina. So I don't know. This is gonna be an interesting sci-fi film worth checking out. So really nice to see Ariana DeBose really doing more stuff than just music-based roles. The Prom, West Side Story, Wish. She of course has this. She has Argyle coming out as well. So Craven the Hunter. So she has some other really cool stuff in the pipeline. So could be cool. All right. Coming in at number 6, I'm going with the Netflix action comedy Left. Now, this does star Kevin Hart and is directed by F. Gary Gray, who of course directed Straight Outta Compton, Friday. Now, here's what it's about. A master thief is wooed by his ex-girlfriend and the FBI to pull off an impossible heist with the international crew on a 777 passenger flight from London to Zurich. It stars Kevin Hart with Gugu Mafara, Ursula Carrero, Vincent D'Onofrio, Jacob Batalon, Sam Warrington, Billy Magnuson, and the trailer for this has looked really cool. I like Kevin Hart. I always think Kevin Hart is one of the funniest guys there is. He is, of course, pretty much bringing his like Dominic Toretto persona in this. That's gonna be cool to see. So I think this could be interesting to check out. Now, Kevin Hart could be a hit and miss with his Netflix stuff, like his comedy thing. Like if you guys have not seen the Chris Rock, Kevin Hart Netflix comedy special, that is great. But I'm talking about like his actual, like his film stuff. Like he did that Woody Harrelson movie, Man from Toronto. That was a bust. Um, I did not mind Me Time, but that could have been a little better. Hopefully this could be good, but we'll see. All right. Number five, I'm going with The Beekeeper. Now, this stars Jason Statham as a former operative of a um, clandestine organization called Beekeepers after his friend and neighbor dies by suicide after falling for a phishing scam. Mr. Clay sets out to exact revenge against the company responsible. Now you've got like Josh Hutcherson, Jeremy Irons, Felicia Rashad, Minnie Driver. The trailer for this has looked a lot of fun. Now, last year, Jason Statham, the only thing Jason Statham was in that I quite enjoyed was Fast X. But some of his starring vehicles last year, there was Operation Fortune, that was a bust. There was the Meg 2, yeah, that was a bust. And there was Expendables 4. Wah, wah, yeah. Uh, but this is directed by David Ayer, who, yes, could be a hit and miss too. Like, I was not a fan of Bright. His last movie he did was Shia LaBeouf. Not Fury. Fury was great. Uh, I forgot the name of it. The Tax Collector, the one that he did with Shia LaBeouf, George Lopez, that was so off. That's probably his worst film, in my opinion. Uh, but he's done put out some other good stuff. Like I'm one of the rare folks. I don't care what anyone says. I like the Suicide Squad. Sue me. Maybe we'll get the air cut of Suicide Squad. Who knows? Of course, he did gave us like Fury with Brad Pitt. His best work and a watch. I also really quite like that movie he did with Arnold Schwarzenegger years ago. Sabotage. That movie's pretty fun. So this could be interesting to check out. So hopefully it could be cool. All right. Number four is a comedy coming to Hulu called Self Reliance. Now, this stars Jake Johnson, who also directs it, and I love Jake Johnson. I mean, he is of course best known for playing Nick on the show New Girl. He's been in other really cool stuff, like he was in a very Harry Kumar Christmas. What else was he in? Oh yeah, he was in that Ed Helms comedy Tag a couple years ago. Now, this film does star Anna Kendrick, Natalie Morris, Andy Garcia, Gata, who could be seen in theaters now in Anyone But You, Christopher Lloyd, and you got Wayne Brady in this. It's about in LA, a delusion man receives an invitation to win 1 million by taking part in a reality television game on the web, dark web. For 30 days, he must outwit hustlers attempting to kill him. He realizes there's a loophole in the game. The hunters can only attack him when he's alone. So he attempts to convince friends, family, and total strangers that the game is real and they must stay with him 24/7. That there sounds intriguing. Now, this actually did premiere at one of the film festivals with some, I think, South by Southwest, with some really good reviews. So I'm all for this. I think this looks like it'd be a lot of fun to check out. You got Christopher Lloyd. It's always great to see him popping up. Wayne Brady is always great. This could be a lot of fun to check out. All right. Number three, this movie technically premiered limited release in December, but it's going wider in January, and that is a movie called Origin. Now, this is directed by Ava DuVernay, who last time she did something was A Wrinkle in Time, and that was so bad. Her other really cool stuff she's put out, obviously Selma. She's done some other good TV shows as well. Like she did that when we the one at the Central Park 5 when we were there. I think it's called not a bad little show there. Ava DuVernay I think is great. Now this actually does sound true. You got Andre Ellis coming off of King Richard, and it's based on a true story here. When grappling with tremendous personal tragedy, writer Isabel Wilkerson sets herself on a path of global investigation and discovery as she writes Cassie, the origins of our this continent. Now you got a good cast that includes John Bernthal, Vera Farmiga, Audra McDonald, Niecy Nash, Betts, uh, Nick Offerman, Blair Underwood. The trailer for this has looked really, really fascinating in this. I like Aja Ellis. She was terrific in King Richard. Glad to see her getting the recognition she deserves here. So this could be interesting to see. Number two, I'm going with the Book of Clarence. Now, the religious biblical epic has not really panned out all that great lately. Some bad ones like the Ben Hur remake, that movie Samson. There's been some other not so great ones too, like Exodus, Gods and Kings. I mean, nothing really beats the original, like the iconic biblical epics. Like we don't really get we had a Ben Hur remake, but I mean, of course, back in the days they did the original Ben Hur. There was like Ten Commandments, Kings, I think was called. Also, the greatest story ever told. We don't really get those stories, but this one could be the best out, like since those. This is from director James Samuel, who gave us The Harder They Fall, which was a really good Western film a couple years ago. Now, this stars Lakeith Stanfield with Omar Sy, Anna Diop, RJ Collett, David Oyelowo, Michael Lloyd, Alfred Woodard, Tiana Taylor, Kayla McLaughlin, James McAvoy, and Benedict Cumberbatch. A struggling down on his luck man named Clarence, living in 29 AD Jerusalem, looks to capitalize on the rise of Jesus Christ by claiming to be a new Messiah sent by God in an attempt to free himself of debt and start a life of glory for himself. And of course, this is supposed to be produced by Jay-Z. He's supposed to be doing some music. So we're going to be seeing some modern music in a film about religion. So I don't know how, a little surprised it's not really getting any controversies here, but I don't know. It could be interesting to check out. I like the cast list. Lakeith Stanfield, I think, is one of the best actors working today. Caleb McLaughlin is one of the best young actors. I like him on Stranger Things. I love the other cast. So I'm all for this. The trailers have, of course, looked good. So hopefully it could be a hit one, but we'll see. And my number one anticipated film of January is Mean Girls. I know that there are some naysayers who are not really a fan of this being rebooted, but thing is, it's not a remake. People, yes, it's a little bit of the same story, but it's based on the musical. All right, and frankly, some of the stuff for this is not really the same as the original. There is some different stuff in this new Mean Girls film, but hey, one reason why I'm interested in seeing this is because of Renee Rapp. If you guys have not heard, I just watched the New Year's Eve bar drop, and Renee Rapp was performing at the LA part. This girl could sing. Even if the movie is flat out terrible, I tell you right now, Renee Rapp is going to be the best part about this film. This girl knows how to bust out a tune. And I like some of the other cast members. You got Tina Fey coming back. You got Tim Mells. It's never a bad idea to add Tim Mells back for anything. Who doesn't love Tim Mells? Come on. John Hamm's in this. Jenna Fisher. Who does not love Pam from The Office? Come on. I think this could be interesting. I cannot wait to hear the music. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm actually glad they're not showcasing the music. Because I feel like that's something that really messed up with Wish. They kept dropping the music from Wish 24/7. Each time I looked on YouTube, there's always the sound a song for Wish. And people was oh, we don't have to see the movie no more. We're just here for the songs. We got the songs on YouTube, and they didn't go see it. I'm so glad that they aren't doing that with this Mean Girls film. The only thing they did drop was the music video by Renee Rapp and Megan Thee Stallion, which wasn't so bad. But I'm still excited for this nonetheless. I did hear the music from the Broadway show. I don't know if this is going to be the same songs or not, but it does have some really cool music and some cool tunes. So it could be terrible. Like, granted, all of these movies could be terrible. I mean, January is not really. Yeah, January is usually the dumping ground. So all of these movies could obviously be terrible, but maybe they won't. But we'll see. Anyway, here is, of course, my quick rundown. Number 10, Miller's Girl. 9, Founders Day. 8, Night Swim. 7, ISS. 6, Lift. 5, Beekeeper. 4, Self-Reliance. 3, Origin. 2, The Book of Clarence. And number 1, Mean Girls. Now, there's some other ones I probably could have added too. There's that new Daisy Ridley movie coming out called I Sometimes Think of Dying. That could be interesting. There are also some other films that got limited release but opening wider this month. Like there's Memory with Jessica Chastain. There's All of Us Strangers with Andrew Scott, who's getting lots of Oscar recognitions. There's some other really decent ones here too. There's actually another one coming out for another church movie, which has Jamie Foxx and Fizzy Fox in it. So I don't know. That's probably gonna be terrible there. Mickey Rourke is supposed to play the devil, so that's all you gotta know. So we got the Snoop Dogg film Underdogs coming out. Detroit or Neighbors looks interesting. There's some other cool stuff in the pipeline, but I feel like the next couple months is going to be better, but we'll see. Let me know you guys. What are some of your most anticipated movies coming out in January? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Henry signing out.